Hey everyone, welcome to Soigné Store. Well, this section today in Soigné Store is about a celebrity. Okay, celebrities, you know them. I mean, you know what they do on screen. They talk about their movies, they talk about the characters, they talk about everything else. But what these celebrities do off screen? You know, what are their fashion trends, and you know what is it they like? What are their fashion brands? What brand is this? Wow, that's Christina, and blue is the color of the season. It looks really smart. Okay, so yeah, so coming back to what we were talking, what are the brands they like? You know, what are the brands they endorse? And more about all this, okay? We're going to have a celebrity coming to you every week and speaking to you about what they like. Today in Celeb Focus, you know, we're going to have a very different personality. He is a celebrity, but I'm going to give you like 3 points and you're going to guess who the celebrity is. Number 1, he's always spotted in a white and white. He's so cute. Okay, so you can always see him in a white. He's associated with a ball and his name is synonymous with Karen. Last of all, he is Namma Chennai boy. Are you guessing right? So Ashwin, as you know, Soigné Store is all about fashion. Okay, I have a rapid fire set of questions for you. It's all about fashion. Okay, so what's your favorite fashion label? High street luxury first.
I really like Tom Ford. I think anything that you pick off the rack also of Tom Ford really fits well and it's very, very stylish.
Yeah.
And Calvin Klein is another brand that I really like.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. I like one brand which I first came in touch in 2011, which is Scotch and Soda. I like that as well.
Awesome.
It's awesome. You don't get it in India, but it's quite unfortunate.
Exactly. Yeah, but you keep traveling all the time. So, how much of a shopper you are when you travel?
It depends. It depends on my mood. Generally, my shopping spree starts during end of any tours. So it's not like a shopping spree. It's more in the mood that I have to be in. So generally,
Okay.
if I'm traveling with my wife, there is a mandatory day that goes out to shopping.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's pretty much the mood that I am in.
But people say depression is very closely associated with shopping. You know, when you're upset, you know, you tend to shop more. Are you? I mean, does that?
I don't think you can associate that with men, especially. I mean, maybe
yeah?
with women.
Okay.
I'm more of a depression eater rather than a depression shopper.
Okay, super. Okay, so one look we can't see you wearing.
As it is in cricket, I have a very simple mantra in life: you can never rule anything out. But as of today, I would probably not wear a banyan and a lungi. That's about it. That's pretty much how I can get to.
Oh, really? Okay, but generally, I mean, you don't wear lungis at all. I mean, that's a big no.
No, it's not like I'm averse to anything.
No. I'm in general saying, you know,
No, I haven't.
to anything, but
No, I haven't given it a try yet. Because I'm used to wearing shorts and t-shirts and playing all through my life. I'm pretty much okay with my.
So,
I think it's a bit of a relaxation outfit.
Right,
So
right.
I've not tried the lungi yet.
maybe we'll do the over-the-top photo shoot, and then you know we'll
Probably
try
wear
that.
the jeans underneath the lungi.
Yeah, exactly.
Give it a try.
Okay, so any particular fashion trend, you know, that's like really inspired you? You in the trend, you know, this is like really nice, you know. Should I pick up something of this sort? Types?
I think as you grow up, you tend to have very specific attractions towards certain things, and your likings are always swaying. But when you're growing up from childhood, that's when it really makes an impression.
Right.
I used to really have this feeling. I mean, like a close feeling for wearing these bell bottoms in the 90s and late 80s and 90s probably. Yeah. I've seen many movies where these men used to wear bell bottoms and go around, and I had this fancy for that. But then, I mean, with time, I think it's eroded
Probably
a little
because
bit.
it's very dramatic, no? So, I mean, very closely related, I have another question.
I firmly think it's very, very good looking on screen, and when you wear it and look in the mirror,
What
it's not
about
very good. So I think it's about perception. Everybody has different perceptions.
Perceptions, yeah. But bell bottoms, yeah. So closely related, which means that is the era which you've ever liked. So which era? See, it's like 70s was Elvis.
For
and
me,
then
it's 90s. It has to be the 90s. Yeah.
Is it because that was your growing and you know?
I don't know.
formative-
Even today, there is a popular opinion. Many people write articles on it. Even on the social media, people write about the 90s. I think it has to be some of a very celebrated period, especially if you go to the last century. I think it has to be a very, very. It's very closely associated to me.
Yeah.
I grew up in that phase.
You
so,
grew up, yeah. I think it's closely associated with growing up.
Probably,
or
yes,
being the
probably.
person you are. No, if probably you're a dramatic person, you would. You know, people sometimes say, "Oh, it's the 70s," but yeah,
Probably
90s is a beautiful
the
trend.
90s and the early 2000s. Let's say
I think it was
as soon as the millennium broke out. I mean, that was another major traverse in my life. So But I think 90s were the best time.
No, very true. You know, something very wearable. I think that was 90s.
Yeah, the bell bottoms towards the late 80s and 90s, and then you had these baggy pants that was
Baggy
pretty.
pants, I know.
And you had Prabhudeva dancing with him and all that. So it was.
The height
it
of.
was that kind
Have
of
you worn
craze.
any of those Prabhudeva
Yes,
dance
I have. I
pants?
have tried a
Yeah.
baggy pants once.
Yeah. You do watch a lot of films, right?
I do.
So, can we ask you a question related to films? I mean, you know, in the celeb, do you think, you know, needs like a makeover or probably, you know, needs to up their fashion quotient a little bit?
If I didn't know or if I wasn't associated with any of these people, then I would say, I mean, I could pick on anyone and say, but unfortunately, I think whatever dress or whatever style someone comes out to, this pretty much goes down to the stylist or the person who's designing the dress for them, the designer.
Wow,
So
that's so good to
I
you.
think, unfortunately, I don't watch it very closely to say who the designer or the stylist is.
Okay.
But I think for someone, if you have to pick a name on, and for someone like, let's say, a Dhanush, the way he brings himself out on the screen, the way he presents himself is very admirable, and you got to give it to him for the way he comes out on screen and all that. But with respect to someone that can definitely improve their dressing senses, you know what happens always. The comedians are the ones that take the flake for this.
Right.
I've been always a big fan of the comedians, starting from Kaundamani, Sendils, then going on to Vivek, Santanam, Vadivelu, all these people.
Oh
So
my God.
for me, I think he's a good friend of mine as well. The recent comedian Satish, the actor,
Right.
who came out in Tangamagan. I think he can definitely do a good
Okay,
change over
yeah,
makeover.
so that's the next thing, you know, comedians need to hire stylists as well.
Sure, why not? No, why not?
Yeah, thank you. That was like really nice. Okay, so what are your fashion addictions, you know, something which you can't get over, you know, you have like, I mean, you open your wardrobe, yeah, we will know, but then, you know, watches, wow.
Yeah, I love watches. I mean, I can't stop buying watches, and my wife really supports me in this endeavor. I mean, whenever
Wow,
I
so
want.
you buy it together, you know, yeah.
Yeah, yes and a no. I mean, she never says no whenever I want to go on. She
Buy
likes
watch.
shopping anyways, but I really like watches. And
Okay,
watches
your
is-
favorite brand?
There's no favorite brand, but I always wanted to possess a Rolex, and then I managed to buy one a few years ago.
So you have a collection. I mean, so you slowly started. See,
I
this watch,
really like a lot of brands. I mean, there are certain style and certain watches that you like,
Right.
and I've always wanted to acquire a watch by the name called Panerai. So
right.
it has a blue dial and a blue strap, and it's again a fantasy that I got hold of some years ago. So
Okay,
I would
so
like to possess that. As
you'd
well.
like to possess that.